Whew. It is hot. It is 10:19 in the morning, and I'm sweating like a Hebrew slave out here. Good Lord. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Wes, also known as That Barber Blessed, and today I have to replace a radiator hose on my car. Story is that I went to a dealership recently for a recall on my car. No big deal, just like an engine update or whatever the case may be. But when I was done with that, not the greatest customer service. Guy was like, "Oh, your car doesn't have any radiator fluid. Don't drive it far. It's gonna be $1,100 for you for us to fix it." And I'm like, stop that. When I found out where the leak was and I got a chance to look, it's just on the upper radiator. It's an easy fix. You're gonna charge me $1,100 for a $38 part. Come on. Couple of hours out of my day, no big issue. No things that I can't do on my own. However, I figured if I'm gonna be replacing the hose, I might as well clean the air filter on my car too, and change the cabin filter on my car as well. I'm no mechanic, yet at the same time, gonna get it done. Struggle is real, trying to get this out of the car. As you saw, I had to reach my arm deep to actually pull this off from the tubing on the inside. That's not an issue or anything like that. That's just the way how they designed it for cold air. In this instance, I want you to see that this filter is not very clean. I'm not sure how many miles have been on this because it wasn't installed by me, but it was installed by the previous owner. Therefore, I personally put 40,000 miles on the car, and these are good up to 100,000 miles. So more likely, once I get to another 10,000 miles, what I'll do is I'll replace this with a new one. But as of right now, that is not necessary because it can be cleaned with the Canon recharger kit. What's really nice about that is that you just apply the cleaner, you rinse the filter out, and you just let it dry. Getting a hair dryer will do it. I got hair dryers on deck, and then you just put the filter oil on there, and it can be installed. Super easy, not very hard to do. First thing first, before removing that hose, there's a very big thing that needs to be removed, which is the coolant reservoir cap. You don't want air getting into the system. It's just going to cause it to burp. It's going to cause a lot of issues later on down the road. So when I release the hose, antifreeze is going to pour out, which is another reason why you want to allow it to just freely flow out. And by doing so, the engine has to be cool to the touch. If it is not, that coolant can spray on me, on my body, and get over the car, and just because of all the pressure that's built up inside that engine. Therefore, if you're going to do a job like this, remove that cap first. All right, here's the hose that was with the car. You can see where it failed right there at that joint, and this is the new one, and you can see that they tried their best to correct the issue where it doesn't have so many connecting parts to it. And I'm glad that this is going to work out. I'm hoping that it works out much better than the one that came with it. But 5 years out of this hose, that ain't so bad. We made it to 108,000 miles, so and that's usually the time when things start to go awry. So happy to do this for $38 and just the hose, and $7 in clamps. All right, to put the hose back onto the car took maybe 5 minutes. you know, most of it was just like kind of working around the new tube, making sure the clamps are in place and everything else like that. But fits like a glove, like magic. It just easy. Sheesh. Ain't no way that anybody should be charged this much money for something that took maybe 10 minutes to take the old hose out, let it drain, 5 minutes to put the new hose in, and then now it's just about like pumping the antifreeze right back into the engine of the car, which is like basically just burping. You're just gonna squeeze the upper radiator hose, and that's how you get it done. So if anybody ever tells you, oh my gosh, it's gonna be X amount of dollars, man, especially if it's at the top of the engine and not the bottom of the engine, easy peasy. Don't let anybody fool you into something that you can do on your own. Seriously. Okay, check it out. New hose is on. I ran it for a few minutes. There's no leaks. The air filter is on. I'm sorry, y'all. You did not get a chance to see me struggle with that. I did not want y'all to see the real struggle with me trying to put that back on. It was harder to put the filter on and off the car than it was to replace the hose. What kind of mess is that? Like, honestly, it took me not more than 20 minutes to take this hose off and put the new hose on, clamp it, put antifreeze back into the reservoir, and burp it. And what I mean by burping is by taking my hand and just squeezing the radiator hose so it can start pumping all the way through. And it was sending antifreeze right back, so that lets me know that it's all good signs. Now it's time to take it for a spin, but I'm gonna drive it with the engine cover off, take it around the block a couple of times and see, if there's any leaks once the engine gets hot. All right, y'all, so I'm in second gear and I'm just gonna give it a good push. Mind you, I'm driving a stick shift. Only in second gear. That bad boy is pushing. So cleaning that air filter has definitely put a lot of power back into this car, which is amazing because I'm still in second gear. I have not switched gears because obviously I'm holding a camera with one hand, driving with the other hand. So I'm gonna slow it right back down. Mind you, this is a Dodge Dart, y'all. This car should not be fast at all. So I'm gonna go back down to 15 miles an hour, second gear. See, and here we go. The whole goal is to get the engine as hot as possible, but I should not be able to do that in a Dodge Dart. And I'm just gonna be honest with you. Nobody will be proud of that in a Dodge Dart, but this guy is. So that's pretty exciting and fun. So the reason for what I'm doing right now with my vehicle is because I got a invoice from the dealership stating everything that I needed for my car. I went in for a recall. It was a software update. Should have taken no more than an hour, but 2.5 hours later, I'm walking out with a couple sheets of paper saying that I needed a basic tune-up. That's a complete lie. I did the tune-up on this car 6 months ago, and it's super easy. Literally take the engine cap off, pull the ignition coils, and boom, spark plugs are right there, in, out, done. They wanted $218.79 for something I already did. Then they told me, hey, you need a new cabin air filter. And they wanted to charge me $79.45. Absolutely not. I got the same cabin air filter from right down the road at the auto parts store, and it cost me $20 and 10 minutes worth of time. Come on, man. Then they wanted $446.35 for an upper radiator hose for a $38 part and 2 hours of my time. Are you freaking kidding me? Why? Why do these dealerships feel that they can just rip people off like, because you can't charge me for the recall, so you're going to try to find every single thing that's wrong with my car, and you're going to charge me top dollar for something that I can spend bottom dollar for and do the better job. And because I did it, if I do it wrong, guess what? The only person I can blame is me. But if you do it and you do it wrong and I got to take my car back, you're going to say that it was on me because I left without checking your work. Absolutely not. That's not going to happen. So if you're going in for a recall and they send you home with an invoice of a bunch of stuff that you can do on your own, just do it on your own. Take the time. Do it on your own. Learn it. There's YouTube. You can learn all kinds of stuff. But a lot of this stuff I already knew how to do. So with that, protect yourself, protect your money, protect your family, protect your investments. Just look into the finer print and behind why these things are happening. And, you know, keep your eyes peeled for a lot of dumb stuff. So, for about $70 worth of parts, $38 for the hose, $15 for the filter cleaner, a couple of like clamp tools and things like that. The engine is all the way hot. You can see where the old antifreeze had dried up, but there are no leaks at all, and that's really exciting. No leaks, and it's hot, but check it out. That means I gotta put more coolant in it, just because it did take all that. That's why I wanted to drive it hard to get that all the way through. So thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.